And where is Marta now? She is in the bean field. For what? To meet her grandfather. For what? To ask for $15 to pay to the principal or to the school for getting her scholarship jacket. Difficult words, not difficult words, one or two words here to be explained. Clasp. Clasp is past tense. Clasp. Clasp means hold. That is, take hold of. That is the answer. Take hold of. This clasp. See, here I clasp this pen. That is, take hold of this pen. And then next, straightened up. Straightened up means he was bent. Isn't it? He was bent and he was watching the tiny bean plants. And then when Martha's shadow fell on him, he got up. Means he stood upright. Tiredly, he was tired because he was old man. Desperately means needed very much. Desperately. I desperately need a glass of water. I'm very thirsty. The traveler was desperately in need of some help. In Good Samaritan's parable, very much in need of, desperately in need of. I am desperately in need of a pen. I don't have a pen, so when I was in the examination hall, my pen went on a strike. What can I do? So I was desperately in need of a pen for me to write. Okay, I think those words are very simple for you. He waited for me to speak. He got up and he waited for me to speak. I cleared my throat nervously and clasped my hand behind. Holding like this, but it is behind. For what? So he wouldn't see them shaking. Nervous, very nervous. So he clasped it. If she would clasp with you, then she would be shaking like this. So clasped it. Grandpa, I have a big favor to ask you. I said in Spanish, the only language he knew. He was not an educated person. He knew only his native language, and that is Spanish. So she knew Spanish, and so she asked him in Spanish, Grandpa, I want to ask you a big favor. He still waited silently. What is coming? So he is thinking like that. I tried again. Grandpa, this year, the principal says, the scholarship jacket is not going to be free. He has no idea about the scholarship. The principal said, the scholarship jacket is not going to be free. It's going to cost $15, big amount. And I have to take the money in tomorrow. Otherwise it will become to others. Otherwise it will become to others. The last verse came out in an eager rush. The last verse were anxious and rushing, means with great speed she spoke. Otherwise it will be given to someone else. Grandpa straightened up, tiredly, leaned his chin on the hoe handle, like this. Suppose this is the hoe handle, this is the chin, he leaned it, yes, like this. He looked out over the field that was filled with the tiny green bean plants. The plants were green, tender leaves, beans, you know beans, it's a vegetable that we use here. I waited desperately, hoping he would say, I could have the money. I waited desperately, means I needed it very much, very seriously, we can say. Desperately has also that meaning, seriously. I waited very seriously or anxiously. Hope that he would say, oh, you have to pay $15? Okay, I will give you. After all, she was his granddaughter. Grandparents also always will have a special love for their grandchildren. So she thought, my grandfather would say, it doesn't matter, I will give you. He turned to me and asked quietly. He had no idea. He didn't know anything about this jacket. What does a scholarship jacket mean? In Spanish, of course. Because he knew only Spanish. Instead of saying, instantly, at that very moment, saying, I will give you, he said, what does a scholarship jacket mean? Question mark. That we will have to see tomorrow. So again, here is an encounter between granddaughter and grandfather. Purpose of the encounter is asking for $15 for paying to the school to get her most desired objects, that is the scholarship jacket. The principal told her, if you don't get the money by tomorrow, it will be given to the next in line. And we know who is the next in line. Joan, whose father is on the board, and also whose father owns the only store in the town, or in that place. So this year they changed the policy. So here in this section, what you find is granddaughter versus grandfather. Granddaughter versus grandfather. And grandfather has no idea about the scholarship jacket and no such thing. So he is asking, what does a scholarship jacket mean? Yes, simplified version for you. The today's section is very simple. Marta was very nervous. She told Grandpa that she wanted to have a big favor from him. She said that the principal had told her that she had to pay $15 for the scholarship jackets that year. Otherwise, it would be given to someone else. He stood straight, leaning his chin on the hoe handle. The field was filled with the tiny bean plants. He looked over them. Marta waited anxiously. She thought he would agree to give the money. He turned to her, asking what the scholarship jacket was. So she was very optimistic. She thought that she would get the money, but instead she got a question. The answer to that question we will see tomorrow. Till then, bye.